Yo, bassheads, what's good? Welcome to another video. Listen, I wanted to make a video that's maybe a little bit different because of some thoughts that came up on my morning walk today. I know that there are a lot of brand new subscribers to this channel, and yes, the pillar content of this channel is bass related content, but I thought it would be cool to talk about sort of my journey on YouTube, and not just that, but kind of where I'm at just as a person right now. And some of this is born out of a conversation that I had with Ed Friedland yesterday. You know, if you type in the search term, I don't know, slap bass or, triads or something like that, you're going to get a lot of really good content. Some good, some maybe that needs a little bit work, and my content may sometimes fall into that category as well. But there's a lot more to me than just playing bass, and I'm not saying that the content is going to take off and go into like a whole lot of different unrelated topics. But I can remember thinking one time, playing in a church service and thinking, what would happen? Who would I be if something happened to me and I wasn't able to do this anymore? And I started thinking about that this morning. Just, last night, a guitar player that I've played with for a long, played several gigs with or whatever, passed away. A good singer friend of mine passed away. And it really got me to thinking about all of the different things, the different aspects of my life, who I am, what, the experiences I've had, not just as a musician, but as a person. I am over 40. I'll be 54 this year. I've lost a parent. I went through just recently an unnecessarily ugly divorce. I was a teacher for a long time. As a matter of fact, in pre-pandemic, I was not only a full-time K through 12 educator, but I was also playing music 4 to 5 nights a week, twice on Saturdays. I kid you not. I would play from one place, the 21st Amendment here in New Orleans. I'd play at the 21st Amendment from like 6 to 10:30 or something like that, and then go from there to a place called Vaso, and I would play there until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So, I've done a lot of different things. I have a lot of different interests, books that I read and things like that. And so, with this, the channel has seen a fair amount of growth recently, and I think that is kind of on the back of the Prince video that I put up, that I'll link somewhere around here. And that's another thing. I want to do more reaction videos and things like that. I want to take feedback from you. And so I'm saying all this to say that if you are here, I'm happy that you're here. If my content resonates with you, I'm happy to have you here. If it doesn't resonate with you, if this video is something that makes you say, I don't want to subscribe, there's no hard feelings to that, right? But I brought up the loss of this guitar player, that it's like really thinking about how I show up in the world, and what YouTube has been to me, what I want it to be for me, what I want it to be when I check out of here, right? I want to be able to show up in an authentic way. I strive to do that, right? And I don't know that I'm always doing that, but I want to do that. In my conversation with Ed, we're talking, it's like, man, there are guys and girls who do like the flashy thing. That's, I'm good at what I do. I'm not saying that, but you're not going to come to me if you want like to be wowed with, Victor Wooten style or Victor Wooten level playing. That's not who I am, right? But with that, this is obviously unscripted, but with that, I started YouTube in the early days of YouTube, and how that came about was shortly after Hurricane Katrina. I was living in California at the time, but this room that I'm sitting in right now, this was my mom's place. She has passed on. But in this room, there was 6 feet of water. In this house, there was 6 feet of water, right? So I came back to help her out and to, survey the damage and all that stuff. And I had taken this little camera with me and all these DV tapes. And then I edited that in Sony Vegas. And I was looking for a place to host videos. And so YouTube was what I found. It was in its infancy at the time. And over the years, I've just kind of, I put up a video, and I'll link it somewhere. My first like tutorial video was Marcus Miller's Power. I was playing that, and then I put that up. That was like my first foray into tutorials on YouTube. And so over the years, I've had levels of seriousness, not seriousness, a parallel life, still a working musician, also still having a full-time job as an educator. And so, it hasn't always been, like at the forefront of my priorities. Right. So, but it has been like this really great time capsule, right? This repository of who I have been, who I'm becoming, but there's so much more to me than that. That's why I posted the video about my first concert. I thought it would be cool to share that, especially with, the Prince fans that are here, subscribe to the channel. So, you may get a tutorial one day. The live streams, of course, are going to happen on Wednesdays. And the live streams, I think if you've been around for the last couple of months seeing the live streams, there's been tech issues and there's been some discouraging moments, and it's still developing, and, it's getting better. And so, I'm very much a believer that the time is going to pass whether I do the thing or not do the thing. And so, again, the pillar content is the base related content, but every now and again, you're going to get something else. Right. And so, shucks, man, I've, believe it or not, I've had some, in my youth had some very brief, brushes with the judicial system. It's easy to laugh about it now, but there's so many different things. I've struggled with depression, very transparent, right? And I'm not doing that to get sympathy or, views or whatever. Somebody may have clicked off this video at this point. I'm just saying that there's so many different things. The emotional roller coaster of being a musician, or even a quote unquote content creator. I don't even know how I feel about that moniker necessarily. It is content. I am creating it, but, I'm also hoping to connect with people, right? There are friends that I've made via this channel. The first two that come to mind, Fleece and Wayne. I've had people reach out to me in their personal times of need. Mr. Brown, I salute you. You're still in my prayers. And so, yeah, man, I just wanted to say that particularly for people who are new to the channel. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate you leaving comments below the videos. If there's something that you want to talk about, if there's a topic that you want me to cover, I would love to hear it in the comment section below this video. All right, I'm looking at the time, so I'm going to jump off, but I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to, put it out there because it's been on my heart today and I wanted to share it. So with that, as always, like we do around this time. Peace. Two fingers.